Good afternoon, students. Today, in this video, we are going to learn a new topic of fuel burning system and cyclone furnaces. Coming to the topic, pulverized fuel burning system is of two types, named as unit system, and second one is named as central or bin system. Here, unit system. See here in unit system, in this system, each burner and a pulverizer constitute a unit. It consists of a raw coal bunker, a feeder, pulverizing mill, separator, and the burner. These are the components of the unit system. Coming to the operation, in operation, the raw coal is supplied to the bunker, where it is crushed to the required sizes. The crushed coal is then fed to the pulverizing mill through the feeder at the required rate, depending upon the combustion requirements. Coming to the third point, hot gases are passed through the feeder to dry the coal. See here, the 3 points which we have studied now, we can observe clearly in the diagram. See here, from the raw coal enters into the bunker through bunkers. The raw coal from the bunkers enters into the feeder. From downward, preheated air or fuels for coal drying is entered into the feeders for cooling the coal which has been coming from the raw coal bunker. The feeder which feeds the coal into the pulverizing mill. After pulverizing in the mill, the coal is going to be pulverized, means getting into small pieces, has been entered through ID fan to the burner. By using of this ID fan from the pulverizing mill, it enters into the burner. See here, in the ID fan, the powdered material has been sent to the burner, means air plus pulverized coal is going to be entered into the burner, and a large size of coal is again returned back from the ID fan by using of the separator to the pulverizing mill again. And here in the pulverizing mill, it crushes the coal into small pieces, and again it is going to be, the recirculation is going to be done here. And to the burner, we are going to preheat the secondary air. We are also sending the secondary air for getting more heat for the burner. Here the furnace is there. In the furnace, it is going to be doing some combustion process, and then we are going to get the heat generated here in this way by using of this burner. You can clearly understand that the raw coal from is entered into the bunker here. From the bunker, it is going to be entered into the feeder. The feeder which sends the coal, the raw coal into the mill. Here the mill is going to be pulverized the coal which has been sent from the feeder to the pulverizing mill, and after getting into powdered way, or after pulverized the coal into small pieces, it is going to be entered in through ID fan. It is going to be entered into the burner. See here, the remaining coal are a large size pieces of coal which has been entered into the ID fan is again sent back to the pulverizing mill by using of this separator. Here the air, preheated air of fuels, we are giving here preheated air in the feeder for drying of the coal which has been coming from the coal bunker. This is what about what we have studied about the unit system here. Here the pulverized fuel burning system is of two types. That first one is the unit system, and second one is the central bin system, central or bin system. See here, after observing the diagram, we can understand clearly the point 1 and point 2 and point 3 here. In this system, each burner and a pulverizer constitute a unit, means the burner and a pulverizer is going to be one unit, and it consists of a raw coal bunker. Here we can observe here raw coal bunker. We are having here the raw coal bunker, and we are having a feeder. From the diagram we are having a feeder here, and we are having the pulverizing mill. We can observe here in the diagram pulverizing mill, and we are having here a separator. In the diagram we can observe the separator. Separator means nothing but of which separates here a large coal and a pulverized coal which has been entered from pulverizing mill to the ID fan, through ID fan to the burner. And we can observe here that the separator and the burner we are having in the diagram. Separator and burner we are having. These are the main components of the pulverized fuel burning system in unit system. Coming to the operation, in operation, the raw coal is supplied to the bunker. I have shown you in the figure itself, the raw coal is sent into the raw coal bunker here, and the raw coal is supplied to the bunker where it is crushed to the required sizes. In the bunker itself, it is going to be crushed into the required sizes which is used for combustion purposes. See here, and the crushed coal is then fed to the pulverizing mill through the feeder at the required rate. See here, the pulverized coal. See here, the crushed coal is then fed to the pulverizing mill. After crushing in the raw coal bunker, it enters into the feeder. See, into the crushed coal is then fed to the pulverizing mill. What is the coal which has been crushed here? By using of this feeder, we are going to send it to the pulverizing mill here through the feeder at the required rate depending upon the combustion requirements. Hot gases are passed through the feeder to dry the coal. Here, the hot gases are coming from downwards to the feeder for to dry the coal, which has been coming from the raw coal bunker. This is what about the diagram. The dry coal is pulverized in the mill. Here, the dry coal which is coming from the feeder in the mill, and it is carried to the burner, and from the pulverizing mill it is carried to the burner here. And induced draft fan. An induced draft fan is used at the pulverizer to carry the powder coal to the burner. Here, the ID fan which is used at the pulverizer to carry the powdered coal to the burner. By using of this fan, we are going to transfer the powder up to the burner. A separator is provided to separate the grains of bigger size. See here, a separator we are using here to separate grains of bigger size, means coal, large size of coal, bigger size from the powder, and return to the pulverizer for other crushing. Means it again sent into the pulverizing mill through the separator. It is about the pulverized fuel burning system, first one, unit system. And some of the advantages of this pulverized system, pulverized fuel burning system. Advantages are of three types. It is simple in construction and economically than the central system. In operation, comparing with the central system, it is very simple. Combustion is controlled directly after pulverizing. Combustion can be controlled after pulverizing the coal in the pulverizing mill. Maintenance cost also low here in the unit cost. And fuel supply to the burner can be controlled easily. What is the fuel which is used for burning or for combustion process, we can control it easily. These are some of the disadvantages of this unit system. And in the same way, we are having the disadvantages for this system. The performance of the pulverizing mill is poor as the system operates at variable loads. At when it is going to be varying at different loads, the performance of the pulverizing mill is going to be very poor. The total capacity of mills must be higher than the central system. See here, the total capacity of mills must be higher than the central system. Comparing with the central system, all the mills and the total capacity should be higher than that of the central system. The unit system of fuel burning is less flexible here. Whenever any of the auxiliaries fail, the burner has to put off. Means when auxiliaries when some components are going to be failed or some auxiliaries are going to be failed here, we need to stop the burner also. Wear and tear of the fan blades is more since it handles hot air and cold particles. See here, when we are going to combustion, when we are going to do combustion, see here, wear and tear of the fan blades is more here in this unit system. And strict maintenance of pulverizing mill is a must for perfect operation of the system. See here, the pulverizing mill should be in the perfect for doing maintaining the operation. It should be in the, we should make it in a strict maintenance for getting more output here. This is what about the advantages and disadvantages of the unit system here. And coming to second one, we are having the central or bin system. Figure shows schematic arrangement in the principle of operation of a central or bin system for burning pulverized coal. The crushed raw coal is dried using hot air or fuel gases and fed to the pulverizer. The pulverized coal from the pulverizing mill is passed to the cyclone separator where oversized particles are separated and feed back to the mill. See, we can observe the central or bin system diagram here. See here, the raw coal is entered into the raw coal burner and we are going to crush here the coal, and after crushing, the coal is entered into the feeder, and from the feeder it enters into the pulverizer. See here, and from the pulverizer it enters the powdered coal is entered into the burner by using of this ID fan to the cyclone separator, and in the cyclone separator a large pieces are going to be separated, as large pieces of coal has been going to be separated, and it again passes into the pulverizer mill for pulverizing purpose, and again through the after pulverizing through the ID fan it is going to be entered to the burner here. And from the cyclone separator, what are the what is the coal which has been powdered is going to be entered onto the central pulverized fuel bunker here through the belt conveyor which we are using here. From the central pulverized fuel bunker, we are going to feed by using of this fuel. By using of the fuel, we are feeding these to the burner. See here, FD fan is going to send the outside air into the feeder up to the burner here. And we are using here the secondary air also for getting the burner, the hot gases outside. See here, we can clearly observe in points wise that the raw coal from the raw coal, the coal after combustion, it enters into the pulverizer mill by using of the feeder. The hot air is entered into the feeder as to cool or to dry the raw coal which is coming from the bunker after combustion process, after crushing process. Then it enters into the pulverizer, and from the pulverizer through the ID fan it enters into the cyclone separator. In the cyclone separator, it is going to be separate that the large particles or the large coal has been sent to the pulverizer mill again, and what is the powdered material which we are having is going to be entered into central pulverized fuel bunker through a belt conveyor here. And through this fan we are going to get some air from outside atmosphere, and here we are using the fuel feeder also, and this fuel is going to burn this furnace very highly and going to get high flames. And here we are using here the secondary air also for the furnace for getting the burner the hot flames. See, we can study the central or bin system carefully in points wise, that now we can understand the points which I have written here. That figure shows schematic arrangement and the principal operation of central or bin system for burning pulverized coal. The crushed raw material, what is the raw material which is coming from raw coal bunker, is crushed there and is dried using hot air or few gases and fed to the pulverizer mill. The pulverized coal from the pulverizing mill is passed to the cyclone separator, where oversized particles are separated and feed back to the mill, what I have explained you in the diagram itself. The coal, the pulverized coal is then transferred from the separator to the central bunker bin through a conveyor system. I have shown you in the diagram itself that the pulverized coal is entered into the central bin through a conveyor system. The pressured air from the forced draft fan supplies the stored coal to the burner. See here, in the diagram we can observe that the stored coal is going to be sent into the burner by using of this FD fan. This air not only carries the fuel but also acts as the primary air for the combustion of the fuel. For combustioning of the fuel, this FD fan is going to be act as the primary air. Secondary air is supplied to the burner separately to assist in the complete combustion. For completing fully the combustion process, the secondary air is very useful here for the burning purpose. See here, some of the advantages of the central system is highly flexible and hence can meet any quick changes in the demand. See, comparing with that of unit system, we are having more advantages in the central system, that the central system is highly flexible and hence can meet any quick changes. The quick changes are going to be done in the central system. And burner operation is independent of coal pulverization. For the pulverization, burner operation is independent of coal pulverization. For pulverization process, the burner operation is independent here. The pulverizing mill can be stopped when there is a good stock of pulverized fuel in the bin. Here, this is the good point which we study here is that we can stop that when we are having a good stock of pulverized fuel in the bin, we can stop the pulverizing means, and there is no any use of pulverizing mill when the pulverized fuel is in the bin. And the fan wear is less as it handles only natural air. We already know from the atmosphere we are going to get the air from the atmosphere. Coal size can be controlled efficiently. See here, the size of the coal also can be controlled very effectively. Here we are having some disadvantages for the central system also. That central system is expensive and occupies more space. Hence, central system is larger than that of unit system. Hence, it is more expensive and it occupies more space here. It requires accumulated coal handling systems, and power consumption in auxiliaries is high. Power consumption in auxiliaries is high. Chances of fire hazards are more since the pulverized fuel is stored. Here, chances of fire hazards are more because the pulverized fuel is stored there. Operation and maintenance costs are too high when comparing with that of unit system. These are some of the disadvantages for this central or bin system. See here, this is what we have studied about the pulverized fuel burning system. In simple way, I can explain you within two ways that the pulverized fuel burning system is of two types, that is unit system and central or bin system. In unit system, we can understand by the diagram that the raw coal from bunker after crushes the coal, it entered into the pulverizing mill through the feeder, and in the feeder the air, the preheated air enters from bottom of the feeder to the uh, cool the dry coal which is coming from the raw coal burner, and from the pulverizing mill the powdered material is entered through the burner to the burner by using of the ID fan. And what are the large coal which is required in the ID fan can be sent to the pulverizing mill again through the separator, and the air plus pulverized coal is going to be entered into the furnace for combustion process. After combustion from the burner, we are going to get high flames which is used for boiler purpose, and we are going to give the preheated secondary air for getting high combustion and making a full combustion process for getting the burner high flames. This is what about the unit system which we have studied, and this is about the central bin system, which we can observe that in center we are having a fuel bunker, and the coal which is stored is going to be used in the fuel feeder up to the burner from, and we are using here secondary air to the burner for getting more high flames. This is what about the central or bin system. And coming to the next topic, here we are having cyclone furnace construction working principle also. A cyclone furnace consists of a horizontal cylindrical barrel attached through the side of a boiler furnace. For these cyclone furnace is attached to the side of the boiler furnace here. The cyclone barrel is constructed with water-cooled tangential oriented tube construction. See, inside the cyclone barrel are short, densely spaced pin studs welded to the outside of the tubes. These we can observe in the diagram itself. The studs are coated with a refractory material, usually silica or aluminum based. that allows the cyclone to operate at high enough temperature to keep the slag in a molten state and allow removal through the tap, which we can observe the 4 points in the diagram itself, that what is happening here. These primary air and coal is fed here into the horizontal cylindrical barrel, and in the cylinder, in the inside cyclone barrel, we are having these densely spaced pin studs, welded nuts, and these air cooled. See here what is happening here. The air which is entered from the bottom surface and the secondary air also entered in a tangential way, and how in a horizontal barrel, how, see here, a horizontal cylindrical barrel, and the cyclone barrel is constructed, how the cyclone barrel is constructed here. See, coming to here, crushed coal and a small amount of primary air enters from the front of the cyclone into the burner. See here, we are having a burner here. See here, we are having the burner. See, crushed coal. What is the coal which is crushed in the raw coal, which is crushed in the bunker, and a small amount of primary air enters from the front of the cyclone into the burner. See, in the main cyclone burner, secondary air is introduced tangentially, causing a circulating gas flow pattern also, as we have studied in the unit system as well as in the central bin system, that we are having the primary air as well as the secondary air. The secondary air which is used for completing of the combustion fully. See here, some gases are going to be formed here, introduced tangentially, causing a circulating gas flow pattern also here. The products, the fuel gas and uncombusted fuel, then leave the burner and pass over the boiler tubes. Here in the horizontal or in the cyclone barrel, we are having in the we are having some boiler tubes, and the tertiary air is then released further downstream to complete combustion of the remaining fuel, greatly reducing NOx formation. See here, a layer of molten slag coats the burner and flows through traps at the bottom of the burners, reducing the amount of slag that would otherwise form on the boiler tubes. See here, coming to the crushed air, the crushed coal is fed into cyclone burner and fired with high rates of heat release. See here, when we are going to fed the coal which is crushed in the these rock in the, see, we can observe here in the raw coal bunker, in the raw coal bunker cyclone and fired with high rates of heat release. When we are going to enter into the burner, it is going to get the high heat released. It has been done here. Before the hot gases enter into the boiler furnace, the combustion of fuel is completed. Means by using of this primary air and by using of the secondary air, as well as the crushed coal which is pulverized and entered into the separator, and by doing of all these, we are going to get the hot gases. We are going to get the high rates of heat release into the boiler. The crushed coal is fed into the cyclone burners. Here, what is the coal which we are crushing in the crusher is fed into the cyclone burners here, and the coal is burned by centrifugal action, which is imparted by the primary air which enters tangentially, and secondary air which also enters into the top tangentially the both airs, the primary air as well as the secondary air, both are going to be entered tangentially at high speed, and tertiary air is admitted in the center. See here, with the same concept for unit system as well as for central bin system, and for coming to this cyclone furnace construction also, that what is happening here, the coal which is going to be crushed, and the crushed material is going to be entered into the pulverizer mill, and from pulverizer mill it is going to be entered into the burner, and the large pieces of coal which has been entered into the ID fan is returned back to the separator, and from separator it again enters into the pulverization, and the recycle is going to be start here, and from there it is going to be the powdered material of powdered coal is entered into the entered there into the burner, and the burner is going to release the high rates of heats. Here the coal is burned by centrifugal action, which is imported by the primary air which enters tangentially, and secondary air which also enters into the top tangentially at high speed, and tertiary air is admitted in the center. See here, due to whirling action of coal and air, means which is going to be rotated very highly, whirling the coal and air, a large amount of heat is generated. See, when it is going to be rotated in high speed, a large amount of heat is generated, that from 15 degrees to 1600 degrees Celsius, and that covered the surface of cyclone, and ashes are transformed into the molten slag. See here, when we are going to get a high heat, when we are going to get a large amount of heat is generated, then some ashes are going to be formed, and the ashes are transformed into the molten slag here. The molten slag drained from the boiler furnace through a slag tap. See, we are having some advantages here. That is nothing but of lower fuel preparation time and cost are going to be done here in the cyclone furnaces, and smaller, more compact furnaces are there, less fly ash and convective pass slagging is there, and flexibility in fuel types are going on in this cyclone furnace process. See here, we are having that what we are studying here, that in the same way as that of the central bin or of unit system, these cyclone furnace construction has been also been done, that they are having a boiler, and by using of a burner it is going to get some heat output, and by using of all the components, the primary air as well as secondary air, and after pulverizing of the coal, and before pulverizing it is going to be crushed into the crusher and the bunker, and it enters into the feeder, and from the feeder it is going to be used the hot air which is going to be dry the coal, which is coming from the raw mill, and from there it is going to be pulverized and enters into the burner, and after burning of the coal we are going to get a high rate of flame, which is used for the burner to get the feed water, which is used to convert it into super steam or saturated dry saturated steam. This is what about what we have studied in this lecture today, that that is about the fuel burning system and cyclone furnaces. We can clearly understand the topics in this video of pulverized fuel burning system, and how it has been divided into two types as unit system and central or bin system, and about these cyclone furnace construction working, and we have studied some of the advantages and disadvantages of central central or bin system, and these unit system. We have studied the some of the advantages and disadvantages. With this, we have completed the topics of this fuel burning system and cyclone furnace. If you are having any doubts in this regarding this video, you can contact me or mail to this mail ID. Thank you.